What's up, fellas? How we doing, baby? Little Friday night slate, little 7-gamer. This is an interesting one because we're still waiting on a ton of news, man. Holy crap! Like, it's gonna be a tough slate because really there's three stars that are questionable: Jokic, Bam Adebayo, LeBron, all questionable. Jokic and LeBron play, in the late night games, and who knows when we'll get news on those guys. So this makes for kind of a crazy slate. It's almost one of those slates where you don't want to go too heavy on the early games. Like, you want to leave yourself some, some ability to swap in case like Jokic gets ruled out or LeBron gets ruled out, because obviously there's going to be some plays that open up, if those guys wind up sitting. And yeah, like I said, I don't know when we're going to get that news. I don't know when we're going to get news on Bam either. I mean, the Heat play at 7:30 and we still have no update on Bam yet. Bam was probable for today, but then he got downgraded to questionable. Anytime a guy gets downgraded like that, it's never a good sign. But I know Bam's one of those guys that, he usually tries to play through those through injuries. Same with Jokic too. Like, Jokic really never misses games, which kind of makes me assume he's playing tonight, but I guess we'll see. Well, what's up, fellas? I appreciate y'all being here, man. If you got questions on tonight's slate, you can start throwing them in chat. We'll be live for just around 30 minutes or so, just kind of answer some questions and kind of chill and talk through everything. What's up, Noah? Let's get it tonight. Do you like Nicholas Batum or Nasir Little? Bryce, I think I would prefer Batum. Batum, he's going to start, probably play 30-plus minutes without Marcus Morris. Neither one of those guys are, like, super productive players when they're on the court, but Batum's definitely a more productive player, and he's probably going to play a few more minutes too. So I would definitely prefer Batum, I think. What's up, DD? Batum or Covington? No BS. Give me Batum. Give me Batum over Covington. What's up, T-Bone? Let's get it tonight. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, baby. What's up, Robert? What's up, my man? What do you think about Rashawn Holmes and single entry GPP? I think that's fine, Dave. I definitely like Rashawn Holmes in the mid-range. Rashawn Holmes, he's going to play probably 30, 32 minutes as long as he can stay out of foul trouble. Foul trouble is always something that Rashawn Holmes does struggle with, but he'll probably play 30, 32 minutes here. They're going to need his size against Valanciunas, and Rashawn Holmes is a really productive player when he gets minutes. If he plays 32 minutes tonight, he's very likely to, return probably 6x on this price point. And it's a good matchup. It's a fast-paced game. I definitely think Rashawn Holmes is in play for sure. He's probably one of my favorite centers overall in the slate, him and Valanciunas. I do like for the price. What's up, Tony? What's up, Rich? Think Joker's playing? I think he plays, Tony. Jokic is one of those guys that tends to play through. Like, if he can play, he's going to play. But, we'll have to see. Maybe, Denver, I think, said this year they want to try and take it easy on Jokic. They want to give him some, rest days and stuff. So I don't know. I mean, it sucks that it's a 10 o'clock game or it's a 10:30 game. No, 10 o'clock. Yeah, it sucks it's a late night game because I just have no idea when we're going to get news on Jokic. And there's been no update that I've seen. I don't know if he went through shoot around. I don't know if they had a shoot around today. I have no idea. Garland or Sexton? If I had to choose one, I would probably go Sexton. Both those Cavs guards, I don't have a ton of interest in. Like, the Cavs overall as a team today, I'm not too high on. But if you made me choose one of the two, I would take Sexton. What do you think of Kleber tonight? I was on Kleber last night, and then when it was announced he wasn't starting, I took him out of my lineup, and I'm tilting my face off still about it because Kleber had the game of his life. He literally had the best game of his career. He scored 45 Draftkings points, which is the most points Maxi Kleber has ever scored in a freaking game. I mean, I think with Porzingis out again, Maxi Kleber probably comes off the bench again, but he'll still play 25, 26 minutes is my guess. Right now we don't have a ton of great cheap value. That could all change if Jokic and Bam get ruled out. But I think Maxey is a good value again. He'll probably be higher owned than he was last night just because he did so well. But I still think he's in play. I would say though, if Bam gets ruled out and if Jokic gets ruled out, I'm gonna prefer guys like Dwayne Dedmon, replacing Bam. I'm gonna prefer him over Kleber. I'll probably prefer JaMychal Green over Kleber as well. But Kleber would still be playable. I'm the only one seeing Brunson in the winning lineup his last two games. I mean, Brunson's been playing well, and I think without Porzingis, there's more minutes to go around, and they've been giving Brunson good minutes off the bench. They'll play him alongside Luka as well. I think Brunson probably plays close to 30 minutes. He's still in play for me. His price is slowly starting to come up, but he's still definitely in play. Dedmon could be a great option with if Bam gets ruled out and Dwayne Dedmon starts, I assume Dedmon will be one of the most popular value plays. But Dwayne Dedmon's a productive player when he gets minutes. He would definitely be, a top value if he starts for Bam. I'm sure, yeah, he's cheap on DraftKings, I know, and I'm pretty sure he's minimum salary on Yahoo. Sabonis or Butler if Bam is out. That would be close for me. I think I would still take Sabonis, but yeah, obviously Jimmy Butler would definitely get a big boost if, you know, Bam gets ruled out. Kyle Lowry as well, I would have more interest in. Barton or Finney-Smith. Definitely would take Barton if Jokic is out. I would probably still take Barton either way, though. I would just say Barton there. Thank you, man. You really are the GOAT. I appreciate that, Dave. I appreciate that, my man. Best center option tonight, what do you think? For me, it's probably Jonas Valanciunas. He's probably my favorite center overall when you factor in price point. J-Val's just been getting massive minutes with the Pelicans this season. He's played at least 36 minutes in 3 straight games. He's a super productive player when he gets minutes. It's a great matchup against the Kings. I mean, the only issue with J-Val is he's expensive now. He's $8,500, but he still has the upside to pay off this price tag. So I still do like J-Val a lot. He's probably my favorite center overall. You like Harden or Westbrook for tiers? If we have news that LeBron's out before lock, like before that game starts, before the Nets game starts, I would take Westbrook. But if we don't have news on LeBron before that Nets game starts, then I would just take Harden. You think it's fine to have Duarte, McConnell, and Sabonis in the same lineup? I think that's fine, Brendan. I will say that if Karis LeVert plays, that's going to lower my interest a little bit in Duarte. But I think if Karis LeVert remains out, yeah, I think playing Duarte, McConnell, and Sabonis is totally fine. Those are gonna be the guys that like dominate the usage and just take all the shots. So I'm fine playing all 3 of them together. What do you think about Russ if LeBron's out? I mean, Russ has been a great play these last 2 slates with LeBron out. I think Russ would be a great play once again if LeBron sits. I don't think LeBron's gonna sit. I think he plays tonight. But you look at what Russ has done these last 2 games without LeBron: 59, 40, or 64 DraftKings points. He's played big minutes. He's taken a ton more shots. He's getting their peripherals, 13 assists. Yeah, Russ is a top play if LeBron's out. I don't know when we're gonna get that news. Bridges is gonna hit his floor tonight. Yeah, I've been saying that. Like, I've been saying, you know, at some point Miles Bridges is going to regress and he's not going to continue to put up 45 DraftKings points a night, but he just keeps doing it. Like, Miles Bridges just keeps producing. Maybe he's turned a corner this year. I don't know, but he's been great so far. Think Dedmon and Butler are top options to consider if no Bam? Definitely. I mean, Dedmon would be a top value play. Butler would be a really good stud option if Bam sits. And given that's a 7:30 game, we'll probably have that news before lock. Nicholas Claxton just got ruled out. I don't think that matters too much. If you were going to play Nicholas Claxton, he's out. What's your favorite stack tonight? I don't really stack in NBA. The Pacers, I guess. Like, the Pacers are probably the most appealing team. I like Sabonis a lot. McConnell's a top play for me. Duarte's, I think, a solid option too. Like, I think I'll have, I don't know, the most exposure to the Pacers, but I don't really stack in NBA. You don't have to stack in NBA, I'll say that. Do you like Fox or Lillard on Yahoo? I think both are in play, Danny. I would probably side with Lillard if I had to choose one, but both those guys are in play for me. I think both will be low owned as well, so they're definitely, you know, tournament plays. They're in consideration for me. Could Boban hurt Kleber's value? I don't think so, T-Bone. I don't even know if Boban even plays. Like, I don't even think he's been in the rotation that much this season. I don't think he's played a ton of games. He's only played 1 game so far this year, and he's been active in every game except 1. So, yeah, even if Boban plays tonight, which he's probably going to, even if he's active, there's no guarantee that he plays, actually. They'll probably just use, like, Willie Cauley-Stein as the backup center, like they did last night. Do you play on Superdraft? If you do, I don't play on Superdraft, Eric. I have a Superdraft account, but I really never play there, I'll be honest. I mainly just focus on DraftKings and Yahoo, and I've been trying to play a little bit more on FanDuel too. I got 1 single entry lineup I'm doing on FanDuel night and on DK. I'm playing 1 lineup on DK, 1 lineup on Yahoo, 1 lineup on FanDuel for tonight. What do you think about Lillard? I think Lillard's, a good tournament option. He's not someone I'm really building around. I don't think he's like a staple in my lineups, but Damian Lillard's going to have a big game at some point. He's going to have a good shooting game at some point. He's had back-to-back games, shoot 27% from the field, 26% from the field. One of these nights, Damian Lillard's going to take like 25 shots, and he's going to shoot like 60% from the field, and he's going to have a massive game. Could it happen here? It absolutely could. So I think Damian Lillard's definitely someone we can kind of be, buying low on. 9,300 is cheap for Lillard. Like normally Lillard's around 10K. We're definitely getting a discount on him because of, you know, because of how poorly he's played so far this year. You like MPJ if Jokic is out? Yeah, all those, you know, all those Denver guys, MPJ, Barton, even Aaron Gordon, like all those guys would look like good plays if Jokic is out. I mean, Jokic is just such a high usage player that when you take a guy like Jokic off the court, it's just going to allow for so many other guys to benefit, like, you know, increased usage, increased opportunity, increased shots for all those guys. I would say that if Jokic is out, Barton is probably my favorite, then MPJ, and then obviously like JaMychal Green, if he starts, would be a really good value. Barnes or Anthony? Scotty Barnes or Cole Anthony? I think I'd take Scotty Barnes, Dave, but that's close. Yeah, Fox is definitely in play, Paul. I think Fox is a good option for sure. Fox is another guy you can kind of be buying low on. You know, Fox has been kind of up and down this season, but he's going to turn around at some point. And it's a good matchup here against the Pelicans, too. So I definitely have interest in Fox for tournaments. J-Val for cash, I think you can definitely play J-Val in cash. He projects really well. He projects as a top center option today, points per dollar wise. Deep sleeper, Bones Highland. Dude, they've been saying, like, Bones is going to get into the rotation. They've said that for, like, the last 5 days, and Bones, I don't think, still has played yet. I know he played one game. I think that's it, though. Yeah, he's only played one game this season. Like, Malone keeps saying that he's going to play Bones, and he never does. So, I wouldn't go there, personally. Devontae Graham's price barely moved. Like him a lot tonight. Devontae Graham's a good option as well. He's another, you know, him and TJ McConnell, I think, are two of the best, like, mid-range options at point guard today. Doncic good for cash. You can always play Luka in cash. I know Luka busted last night. You know, he was a top play for me. He was a top play for a lot of people. I'm fine going right back to Luka on this slate. Am I going to play Luka in my main lineup? I don't know yet, but I think Luka is still a really good option. I wouldn't be, you know, scared to play him tonight after what happened, you know, yesterday. That literally is meaningless. What about Batum? I think Batum's a solid value. You know, we'll have to wait and see what other values open up as the day goes on. You know, as we get closer to lock and, you know, after lock. If Jokic and Bam get ruled out and LeBron gets ruled out, there's probably going to be other values that I would prefer over Batum. But for now, I think Batum is a solid value. He's going to start in place of Marcus Morris. He's going to play probably 30 minutes like he did the last 2 games. He's definitely a cheap option that I'm, you know, playing or going to have in my player pool for sure. Going to be in consideration for me. I used your plays you mentioned last night for DK on Super Draft. Placed 19th out of over 1,000. Damn, Derek. Let's go, baby. Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. Congratulations. What are your thoughts on Yahoo shooting guard? Pretty cruddy in my opinion with no real value plays. Yeah, the shooting guard position on Yahoo is not great. I think for me, I'm either going to try and fit in CJ McCollum at the top or probably go to somebody in the mid-range like maybe Chris Duarte or like a Will Barton if Jokic were to get ruled out. Will Barton would definitely be my favorite shooting guard on Yahoo if Jokic sits. If Jokic plays, then I would probably prefer Duarte. But again, like, I just don't know when we're going to get news on Jokic. Still locking in Sabonis and Graham. I mean, I still think they're really good options. I haven't built my lineup yet, so I can't say if I'm playing them or not, but I still think they're very good options. Will LaMelo go off tonight? I mean, I've been chasing the big LaMelo game for the past 2 weeks, and he hasn't done anything. So I'm sure the day I don't play LaMelo will be the day he goes off. I don't think I'm playing LaMelo tonight, so he's probably going to go off tonight, yes. Westbrook and Batum or Brunson and J-Val? Give me Brunson and J-Val. How do you feel about Sabonis and Valanciunas together on DraftKings? I think that's totally fine. Both those guys are great plays tonight. Games/teams you're avoiding? I don't know if there's any like games or teams I'm avoiding. I would say this first game, the Magic Raptors, I'm not going to have much exposure. I don't think I'm playing anyone in that game. If I was going to play someone from this game, it probably would be like Fred VanVleet. But the Magic Raptors game is just not that appealing. I don't really like much there at all, to be honest with you. Barton or Devontae Graham? If we know Jokic is out, I would take Barton. But again, I don't know if we're going to get that. So, like, the Pelicans play at 8 o'clock. If we don't have news on Jokic by 8 o'clock, the safe play might just be to plug in Devontae Graham. But if we know before that game starts that Jokic is out, then I would play Barton. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, we talked about Batum. I think Batum's a solid value for sure. We'll have to wait and see what other value opens up, but for now, Batum is definitely, a value play that I'm considering. If Jokic and Bam get ruled out, though, there's probably going to be some other guys that I'm going to prefer over Batum. Top 3 plays tonight. I mean, I don't want to really answer that because I give out core plays to Patreon members. I don't want to just give out all kind of stuff for free. But my favorite plays, definitely, TJ McConnell's going to be chalky, but he's a top play for me. Sabonis is one of my favorite pay-up options still. And then we'll have to wait and see what kind of value we get if Bam or Jokic gets ruled out. But I like those guys a lot. Again, if you want my core plays and all that, you can get that on Patreon. I can't give out too much for free, guys. I hope you kind of understand. Got to respect the people that, pay for the core plays and stuff. Doncic let us down badly last night. Will he bounce back tonight? If Jokic is out, surely Doncic goes nuclear. Yeah, Luka could bounce back tonight easily. Luka's definitely going to be in my player pool. I don't know if I'm going to play him in any of my 3 lineups that I'm playing across, Draftkings, FanDuel, Yahoo, but he's definitely going to be in consideration for me. He's for sure a top stud on this slate. I love playing guys after they bust, especially when they're chalk. Now, people are a lot smarter than they used to be, so I think Luka will still get some ownership tonight. Let me see what his ownership projection is. Let's see. On DraftKings, Luka is projected for, right now at least, Luka's projected for 9% ownership. So yeah, I really like Luka. If he's going to be 9% owned, Luka's a great tournament play. Nothing changed from today, or from yesterday to today. Yesterday, Luka was a top play by a mile. Today, nothing's changed. The only difference is it's a 7-game slate and we have other studs that we can pay up for. But Luka's still a top option. Okay, Bam is expected to play. Okay. So that basically takes me off. Yeah, I don't really like anything from Miami now. I think Jimmy and Bam are good tournament plays. They'll be low owned, but I don't really think I'm going to be loading up on Miami now. Well, with Bam expected to play, there goes Dwayne Dedmon as a value play. So now we got to wait and see about Jokic. I don't know when we'll get that news. We'll have to wait and see. Utility under 5,200. Let's see. I would say probably, if we know Jokic is out, I would probably take Aaron Gordon. But if Jokic plays, then I would be looking to a guy like probably Gary Trent. Gary Trent I do have some interest in from Toronto. Him and Van Vliet I think are in play for me. Again, I don't love that game, but I think Gary Trent, now that he's starting, he's been playing big minutes. He's a scoring-dependent player, so he's always a little bit of a riskier guy to roster. But he's still got upside if he can knock down his shots, and he's going to play big minutes like he has been the last few games. So I would say Gary Trent, most likely, probably would take there. I got Luka and Brunson in my lineup. Feels weird to have both. It's totally fine to play those 2 guys together. They're going to play alongside each other a lot. Luka played... How many minutes did Luka play last night? I know Brunson played 30. Luka played 34, which is pretty normal for him, if not, a little bit less than what he normally plays. And then Brunson played 30. Brunson's played at least 23 minutes in every game this season. And now without Porzingis, there's just kind of more minutes to go around. So it's totally fine to play those guys together. What's up, Noah? Good luck tonight, my brother. Any prize picks you loving tonight? I'll take a look, Alec. Let me see real quick. But yeah, good luck to you as well, my man. Good luck to you as well. I want to say, if we get news that Jokic is out, I would love to, go over on, Will Barton, go over on all the other Denver guys. So right now, Will Barton's projected for 30 fantasy points. MPJ's projected for 32. Aaron Gordon's projected for 26. I would like all the overs there if Jokic gets ruled out. So you can maybe wait for that Jokic news. But some other ones I like, just looking at fantasy points. Let's see. 29.5 fantasy points for TJ McConnell. I kind of like the over there. I actually like the over there a good amount. If we can confirm that TJ McConnell's starting, I do like over 29.5 fantasy points. I like Sabonis' over. I took that earlier today. Definitely like that one. It's still the same as it was this morning. So those are some I like. Those are about 2 or 3. And then, yeah, you can always wait for the Jokic news. If he gets ruled out, feel free to go over on all those Denver guys because they're all going to benefit if Jokic sits. I kind of like the Pelican stack, Graham, Ingram, and J-Val. Yeah, if you wanted to play those guys together, you definitely could. I would say if you're playing those 3 guys together, you probably just want a game stack at that point because in order for Graham, Ingram, and J-Val to all have ceiling games, it would have to be a super, super high-scoring game or the game goes to overtime or something. Ball or CJ McCollum? Give me LaMelo. LaMelo's been so bad, man. He's been getting in foul trouble. He's been so frustrating to roster, but I would still take LaMelo there, I think. Thoughts on KD tonight? I think KD's definitely in play. Now, I probably would prefer, I prefer Sabonis for cheaper. I prefer Fox for, a lot cheaper. Luka I like as well. There's some other studs I have ahead of KD, but KD's still definitely in play on the slate. I think KD will be lower owned than some other studs. I'd assume at least. Butler or KD? Give me KD. Anthony or Garland? Give me Cole Anthony. PJ or Simons? Who's PJ? PJ Dozier or Anthony Simons? Give me Anthony Simons. Especially if Powell's out. Is Lowry really hurt because he's cheap? I mean, right here it says he intends to play. He's probable. He's expected to play. I know, yeah, on FanDuel, I know Kyle Lowry's really cheap on FanDuel today. I don't know if I'm playing him yet, but yeah, I mean, I think it is FanDuel price tag. He's like 5,900 over there. Yeah, Kyle Lowry's definitely in play on FanDuel. I don't think I'm playing him on Draftkings though. What do you think about the Celtics with Smart out? I don't think the Celtics play today, Brendan. That's for tomorrow. We'll talk more about that tomorrow in the video. Celtics don't play today, my man. How do you feel with Sabonis and Valanciunas together? Yeah, I think that's fine. I think we answered that already. Did he do Yahoo yet? What do you mean, Daniel? If you have Yahoo questions, I can answer them. I don't really do like full breakdowns because we kind of already did that in the video. This is mainly just like a Q&A. But if you have any Yahoo questions, I can always answer those. Thanks for checking the board, buddy. Do you prefer playing fantasy points on prospects over individual stats? Honestly, Alec, I'll look through all of them. But usually fantasy points, I think that's where the biggest edge is. Especially when a guy gets ruled out and you just take the over on the players that benefit. So, for example, if Jokic gets ruled out tonight, just take the over on Barton, MPJ, Aaron Gordon's fantasy points. Easy money. Because the lines are going to move. I mean, their projections are going to get bumped way up if Jokic is out. But I do look at both the fantasy points and the player props. But I think fantasy points are where there's the biggest edge. Because I don't really know who makes the fantasy point projections, honestly. Someone told me that they just pull them from FanDuel. So, like, whatever FanDuel's projected points are for a player, that's what they use, is what somebody told me. I don't know if that's true or not. Is it good to play 3 starters from the same team? I mean, it's all slate dependent, Fernando, but, like, yeah, you could definitely... I mean, first thing that comes to mind, if McConnell starts, you could definitely play McConnell, Sabonis, and Duarte together. I think that's totally fine. But, yeah, it's all slate dependent. There'll be slates where you're going to be playing, 4 guys, maybe even 5 guys from one team. Because later on in the season, there's going to be days where, half the team is out because they're resting a bunch of players, and there's just going to be a ton of value from one specific team. It happens, every year around, like, towards the end of the season. What if McConnell doesn't start? Cleaver didn't start last night. Yeah, I mean, I think if McConnell doesn't start, I'm probably still going to play him. But he would be a little bit more risky. I still think McConnell plays, close to 30 minutes, though, even if he comes off the bench. And if he starts, I think he gets 33, 34 minutes. I mean, look, I got off of Kleber last night after he didn't start, and it came back to bite me. I'm sure that if I don't play McConnell tonight and he's not starting, it's going to come back to bite me. But then if I do play him and he doesn't start, then he'll probably just suck. I'm going to lose either way. Will McConnell be better value from the bench or for starting? I think, starting, if he's starting, that makes you feel better about the minutes. I think he's still going to be productive either way, though, because he's going to be the primary point guard, with Brogdon out. It's just that if he's starting, you project him to play maybe 34 minutes instead of 28 off the bench. So maybe you give him like 6 extra minutes, which makes him a way better play when he's getting those extra minutes. You think it's better to leave 2 or 3 spots open with a lot of money till we get news on these late studs? That's what I'm trying to do, Suave. I'm trying to leave some spots open because I want to be able to swap to some Denver guys if Jokic gets ruled out. Like, I want to be able to play Will Barton and Michael Porter and JaMychal Green. So I'm definitely going to try and leave some spots open. And there's also, there's 3 late night games tonight. There's 3 10 o'clock games. So even if Jokic plays and you have a bunch of Denver guys in your lineup, you'll still have a lot of, you can swap to some Dallas guys. You can swap to some Clippers, Portland. I mean, there's plenty of games to, swap to. So you're not going to be screwed if Jokic gets, winds up playing, and you got all these Denver guys. You'll have some options you can swap to. Butler or Ingram on DK? I think I'd prefer Brandon Ingram. I think he'll be a lot lower owned, but that's definitely close for me. Luka or Durant? Give me Luka, but that's another close one. Barnes or Bridges, DraftKings tiers? I know, so in tiers, you're basically just trying to get whoever scores the most points. I mean, I think both project pretty similarly. I would take Miles Bridges, though. I haven't really been on the Harrison Barnes train so far this year. I know he's put up some massive games, but I'm just going to continue to fade Harrison Barnes, especially where he's priced at. You have a stack preference, like point guard plus center, starter? No, there's no stacking, Thomas, in NBA. There's no, playing a point guard and a center together. There's no correlation there. In NBA, man, like, you just play your lineup. Don't worry about stacking. Don't worry about correlation. Look at the winning lineups every night in NBA. Usually there's never, like, correlation. The only time you'll see a stack is the winning lineup is if a game goes to, like, overtime or something. And we've had that happen a few times this year, where a game goes to overtime and then, a lot of guys do really well in that game. But normally in NBA, I don't stack at all. Make sure to hit that like button on your way out. Noah puts in a lot of time and effort for these videos. Hey, I appreciate that, T-Bone. Yeah, guys, I mean, streaming Monday through Friday for free for you guys. All I would ask you to do is just hit the like button. That's all I ask. We might even stream tomorrow. I don't know yet. I normally don't go live on the weekends for NBA, but I might go live tomorrow. We'll definitely be live Sunday, though, Sunday morning for football. So be sure to tune into the NFL stream Sunday morning, probably around like noonish. Does Butler seem a little underpriced on DK? His price caught my eye. I mean, Butler's been playing really well, but I still think he's priced, where he should be. Butler is normally like a 9K player, and he's 8,700, so he's priced about where he should be. But Jimmy Butler can still put up 50 plus DraftKings points a night. It's definitely a good spot for him. Charlotte's been playing super fast this season. But I don't think Jimmy's someone I'm starting my lineup with or anything. But if Bam would have been ruled out, then yeah, I would have liked Jimmy a lot. Favorite shooting guard, mid-range value, have 2 positions left, utility and shooting guard, 6.6K per player. I would say mid-range at shooting guard. Chris Duarte, I like at 5,500 without Brogdon. And then, like, if Jokic gets ruled out, Will Barton at 5,900, have a lot of interest in too. And if you want to go a little bit cheaper, Gary Trent, Jalen Brunson, I have some interest in as well, those 2 guys. So there's about 3 or 4 options for you. All right, guys, I'm going to answer these last few questions, and then we're going to hop out of here, man. I got to go fix my lineups, get my lineups made, and answer some questions for Patreon members. You think it's worth paying up for center to try and get J-Val at 34 or playing Plumlee is better? I would probably try and play J-Val if you can. I think J-Val is my favorite center play on Yahoo, definitely. And he's probably my favorite center play on every site tonight. Good stuff, brother. Good luck tonight, everyone. Good luck, Frank. Good luck, my man. Bruce Brown value. I think Bruce Brown's in play for value, assuming he starts again. Now, we'll have to wait and see if we get any other value. If Jokic gets ruled out, if LeBron gets ruled out. But yeah, Bruce Brown's definitely in consideration for me for value. Thoughts on Dedmon? If Bam is playing, Bam's expected to play, so I would be off of Dedmon. Think Buddy Hield goes off against the Pelicans, not feeling the Pelicans' 3-point defense. I mean, it's a good matchup. It should be a fast-paced game. Like, Buddy Hield definitely has upside if he can knock down his shots. He's not a guy I ever feel confident rostering, but he's one of those guys, he can just get hot and put up a ceiling game. So he's definitely worth consideration at low ownership. He's going to be super low owned, I would assume. So if you're playing some tournaments, get some exposure to Buddy Hield, I think. Good luck to you and everyone tonight. Hey, good luck, Daniel. Good luck, Dustin. I'll see you guys later. I'm about to hop off the stream. Got to go fix my lineups. I wish you guys the best of luck tonight. If I don't take down anything tonight, if I don't take down a tournament, I hope one of you guys do. All right, good luck, fellas. Good luck tonight. And thanks for watching the stream, as always.